Wassail. What's that noise out there? Beautiful people, wassail. I've got my new shirt. Gentleman of the Seas. It's me, Rubio, Golden Ground. So, Sun in Pisces is an exciting topic for me. There's a lot of big generational shifts coming in the next 3 years. Well, 2.5, 3 years. Wassail, read his clips. So, yes, I am back. Wassail, Holly. That was very dramatic, Holly. Wassail, Sandra. Yeah, I was going to do Mars in Gemini because it's there for a bit of a long time. Until March, end of March next year. But I don't want to step on that one because that feels current. I'm wobbling the table. That feels current with the eclipse tunnel, and I really want to just get past this eclipse tunnel. I've said all I'm going to say on the eclipse tunnel, apart from obviously we'll do a lunar eclipse reading. I'm saving that one, maybe for a live. I just lost 3 people when I mentioned lunar eclipse. Have you all had enough? Celeste. So yeah, I was going to look at Saturn in Pisces because in March, around the 7th or 8th GMT, Saturn will move into 0 degree of Pisces. And then on the 23rd, Pluto will move into 0 degrees of Aquarius. And then we've also got Gaia, Uranus, who's going to move into 0 degrees of Gemini within the next 2-year period. And Neptune's going to move into 0 degrees of Aries. So there's a lot of really big changes. Yeah, look, I got my t-shirt. I said that earlier, but there was no one watching at that point. Doesn't seem to want to be straight. Maybe I'm not straight. Yeah, I've learned that a square frame is not the best thing across the body. Wassail, fire of Marduk. So I want to talk about how, obviously, once upon a time, Saturn was the furthest planet that you could see, and it was kind of the outer edge of our consciousness. And then we discovered Neptune, Pluto, Gaia, Uranus, and so things transformed. But the outer planets are the kind of generational planets, with Jupiter being a kind of generational, personal kind of marker point. And I look at generations as where we have Saturn and Jupiter conjunctions. So what is going to happen? Well, like an entire reset. Wassail, Miguel, Jill, Gil. I know we've done that one before, and you told me, and I haven't remembered, and I'm so sorry. But I used to live in a town called Gillingham, and in Devon there was a town called Gillingham. Same spelling, different pronunciation. So those pesky Anglo-Saxon G's with no formation or truth to them. So with all these shifts going to 0 degrees, and also there's a really fascinating, hang on, let me just find it. I've been writing lots of information. From July 2025 to February 2027, Gaia, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto will be singing from the same hymn sheet. they're going to be in really good energy together. So there's a lot of really major long-term generational energies. Wassail, Jonathan. I didn't reply to your message just now because I was about to start this. And I thought it would be good to peep at all of them and see what long-term energy is being offered. So, Saturn takes 28 years, we all know what a Saturn return is like, to get around the solar system. It goes in on the 8th of March and it's there basically until the 13th of February 2026. Apart from, it will pop into Aries and then pop back out again. And that happens between May the 24th and August the 31st, 2025. So towards the end of its cycle. Yeah, I'm excited about the Saturn transit. Because Saturn, once you enter Pisces, you're reviewing everything alchemically that's gone on as you've been through every other sign and bringing closure to things which began in 1996. So we're kind of looking at technology, culture, pharmacology, spirituality, and what I'm calling this, which I didn't do in the title obviously because that would be too sensible. Saturn in Pisces is the great untangling. All those sort of energies where there's confusions and fears have to be unpicked. Saturn is the harsh master who needs to bring order to things. And that means it's a bit like, well, I was going to say like Pai Mei in Kill Bill 2, because that is a harsh master. There's no kindness. Well, there is hidden deep underneath, but you don't see it on the surface. And that's kind of the energy. Saturn's going to deal with structures that need to fall, some that need to be rebuilt. And it's about surfing the conscious waves, the consciousness waves. And survival requires creativity. You got to be like a salmon. And you got to swim upstream. What else have I got? I think most of the other things, just to say we're feeling still the energy of the January 2020 Saturn-Pluto conjunction. And of course, that's part of this energy where they're both going to move to 0 in the same month. So that will be interesting. So, how are you all? Look. I've got homemade chicha morada, but it keeps getting all over my moustache. Oh my God, it's so delicious. But I have got a little bit of kitchen roll. Otherwise it'd be all down my shirt. Yeah, 1996, it's bringing a lot forwards and it's got to bring conclusions. It's got to tidy everything up. Your first Saturn return, Kagotsi. You need a straw. I know, I just don't like drinking out of straws. I like a very thin lip on a glass, just to be a little bit Venus and Libra energy. I don't like a clumsy lip on a drinking vessel. Wow, and the biddy. So what was I going to do was I was going to ask Saturn for a general notion with this deck, the Tarot of the Shaman. I'm not taking that one because I'm just getting ready to rifle them. I want to do a shuffle and a rifle, a shuffle and a rifle. Wassail Space Monk! I'm so sorry if I'm missing people, but at some live I'll shout and sing everyone's names. Thank you very much. It's because I'm back in Lima. I'm no longer at high altitude. All the dried blood inside my nostrils and sinuses has gone. And I go to bed at about, I don't know, 7:38 p.m. and stay there for as long as I can because my whole body needed to heal from the altitude. You know, I thought I could cope. Well, I did cope. I didn't pass out anywhere. But high altitude messes with tall people. It messes with small people as well. The dance of life. There it is, Saturn in Pisces. Wassail April. Wassail. Oh no, I told you already. I misread that through my glasses. I got my glasses on so that I can kind of see, and then when I need to read, I have to kind of dip over the top. Maybe I'll just take them off. Yeah, that seems a little bit easier. So yeah, this dance of life, let's get some others with it. Saturn, Saturn, Saturn. Celeste. I said that before. Saturn. Saturn in Pisces. How's that feeling? How's that feeling for you? The other existence. Ooh. Ah, and sonido. So look, we've got this card which is La Danza de la Vida. Vida. I must say bees for bees. Which is handy in Spanish because I can't say V's very easily without my upper teeth. Then we have 13, Death card, the other existence. It's almost like Saturn is about to bring everything crashing back down to Earth. Now, in mundane astrology, which is what this is, we're looking at the energies of patterns that astrologers look for. And I notice when digging around for other people's ideas of what's going on and what happens, is they slightly neglect the Saturn. Oh, excuse me, that every time I drink this, it gives me burps. Saturn and Jupiter conjunctions mutate. So we had 200 years in Earth, as I'm always going on about, and then we had 200 years in air. Wassail Quinian. Thank you. And so we're now in air. So when you look for these patterns, you need to remember that no pattern fully repeats itself. So you can look at all the doom and gloom scenarios, because that's how people like to work, and you can assume that's going to happen. But this is Saturn in Pisces after Saturn has been in Aquarius, created a stellium on the 11th of February 2021. And that was after the mutation of Saturn and Jupiter. Remember, they both moved into Aquarius and transformed our frequency for the next 200 years, or began the steps towards it. So we're looking at Saturn in Pisces in an air epoch, not in a heavy kind of way. And it's interesting that both of these are airborne. They've got this energy of flight. Yeah, this is 10 of Pentacles in many ways, but there's something about rising above the gloom and the doom scrolling that we all do, and returning to some kind of earthly peace. That seems to be a general theme here. So, let's get this. Do you know what I wanted to say? When I got this deck out, Oh, it's still there on the bottom. Oh, it keeps managing it. Mrs. Slocum's lavender pussy was hiding in the deck. If you're British and you know Are You Being Served, you'll get that little rudery. She had lavender hair, did Mrs. Slocum, and she was always talking about her pussy. Because back in the 70s, that's how the British did dirty humour. Your second Saturn return, April. My Saturn return isn't yet. Mine's after Pisces. Mine's in Aries. Yeah, she did. She did have amazing hair and style, and she, you know, she was very funny. Her and Miss Brahms. So Saturn, please. Saturn, please. I'm free. So, what have we got? What have we got? Knave of Wands. Oh, again, look, this is this. Look. I want to say panpipes. I want to say tunes. I want to say a new frequency, a celebration. The stamping out of the old, the blue, the misery. And then we have Cresta Bastos, Three of Wands. I see, I'm liking the middle of this card. On a book, Saturn, love. Saturn loves us, Pluto loves us. You know, I know people say that's not true, but I sense through my meditations and through my readings that the energies of planets transform depending on the epoch, and we're in our epoch. And then we got the Eight of Wands. There is in this card a sense of the battle, and that's this. That's this other existence. And as I said earlier, it is that frequency where we've got to ride our way through a bumpy journey to reset things. We're reviewing from 1996. So I've got the runes, which are so close to being printed and in my hands. Let's just see what we get, and then we'll start on the signs, see what it means for where your Saturn is in your natal. Oh. So, that willful resistance, you've got to break that energy down. That's this. That's this. Seeing alternatives, understanding. Saturn wants to teach you, but you resist. You resist the teacher because you think the lesson is harsh. The lesson is as harsh as it needs to be for us to learn. It's as simple as that, you know. So there is willful resistance by us, by everyone. And then the leaf is extending, growing, transforming, and then if we can work with that energy, we become cradled. Look, we're nearly there. We're just one lightsaber away from being the mirror of that harsh Saturnian taskmaster. So let's just get, while we're on this main theme, they keep having the tsunami siren here. I keep thinking it's right outside by the Bombarderos, the fire people, the fire station, and I keep thinking there must be a tsunami coming, and I keep looking up and they're not. I just think they test it a lot. They've tested it twice in 3 days. That's the sound of a random message coming in from someone I don't know. That flung itself, and its conjunction, 0 degrees. We're talking about this ending, this ability to transform, a merge, a focus, an amplification in the heart of kinship. It was a very emphatic card. So, come on, just a few more from the Alchemy of Astrology deck, just to whet our appetite for the fact that it's coming. I've got Moon in Capricorn. Oh, you see now, that's really interesting. We've got Moon in Capricorn, which is about inner values. But what's really interesting is North Node and Characlo. So 2026 is when the nodes shift to Pisces and Virgo. They're going to go through Libra and Aries first, but there's something about the boundaries we create with our destiny that's linked to this now moment. And then we have Moon in Sagittarius, which is all about rewriting a philosophical mission. So we've got the 0 degree point to bring us to our own personal inner values, setting new boundaries within this next couple of years. And we are peeping a long way ahead to get to that kind of philosophical rewrite of our mission. Letting go of that resistance. So, let's pop all those back and then let's start the timestamps. Oh, put someone in the wrong way. Wassail, sacred sea. Wassail. So, we're going to start, obviously, because it would be rude, with Pisces. Got my little timestamps already. So, Pisces. If you've got, so that's 23. If you have your Pisces in your natal chart, you are on your Saturn return. So, thank you. It's my new shirt, everyone. If you've been following me on Instagram, there's a clear version of it, but I had it printed. It's the largest size they could offer me. Which just made me feel big. I am big in Peru. So Pisces. What's the key theme for... I need a bit of chicha morada. Oh. The recipe for this is on my Instagram. My Instagram is rustling around, obviously. And don't forget to put thumbs up. There's 27 of you in here and I've only got 10 thumbs up, but that helps me in the algorithms because otherwise I can't reach out to people and sponge money off you. So Pisces, what does Saturn want to tell Pisces when it comes and hits them in the eye? Saturn in Pisces, it's all about flying again. Anyone speak good Spanish here? I feel like this card, which is the Chariot, it's about separating the Chariot, separating decisions, separating yourself. Thanks, April. Yeah, I know, Iris. I absolutely love chicha morada, but there's the recipe for it. I'm making some more tonight because I've drunk it all. So, Pisces, focus. Oh, interesting. You've actually got 7 and 8 in the major arcana. It's like a natural evolution, this energy. You've got to break. There's an ancestor trap here. Oh, thanks, April. You have no freedom of your own, Pisces, all the while you are wrapped in the energy of ancestral blood echoes. That seems to be it. Smash it. Smash it with your strength. Because they're messing with you in many ways. Well, no, they're not. Look, for me, Pisces, we come down here to break ancestral traumas that are attracted into our own lives. But we have to wake up and witness them and see them and work out that being in a kind of tragedy is in fact a comedy. When we can laugh at those things, then we gain strength over them. I have to check my phone because I'm meeting someone later to go to an event. Let's just see if it's I'll just reply. So yes, there's something about being free. The ancestors want to free you, but there's something of their energy here that's like a scattering fear. You know, the horses are both rearing up. We've lost the reins of the chariot, but the chariot is almost this notion of a rhythm, a drum, a tambour that's restricting your freedom of movement. You're being forced all the time in a chariot to go in the direction of the horses, and they want to go different ways. And yet we give ourselves the illusion that we're in control of the direction. And there's something about this is your moment to come back down to earth with a bang, with power, empowered, your power. So let's get, I don't know which decks I'm using. I thought about it for ages beforehand and I just thought, get them out and just shuffle the ones. I'm going to go with this deck. So we have one, oh look, emotional fulfillment. But there is hidden within that an energy that you're not seeing. Oh my goodness. See the love. See the love of your Saturn return. See the emotional stability. These kind of hammerhead sharks are reminding me of this. It's you that wields your power. It's not the echoes of ancestors. You have the power to free them and to free yourself. Wassail, Francesca. So there's a lot of loving energy here. What else am I seeing? Seeing a unicorn of purity hidden from you, being lanced. It's almost like lacerating a boil, releasing a flow, but you can't do that if you just stay all dreamy, Pisces. Bring yourself down to earth. Yeah, I know. I don't know whether to call you that normally. Because it says wild wolf woman. So what else am I seeing? Strip back the stories you tell yourself. Strip yourself back to the bone and see what really is the marrow of your own narrative. I like that, the marrow of your own narrative. There's something of, I like the fact that she has a slightly bull-like Taurian frequency. It's like I'm seeing an energy for you here, Pisces, of the importance of love and Venus, but you hide behind it and you're not empowered by it. You think that love is owned by Libra and Taurus somehow. And so you might search around your natal chart looking for what you have in those signs, but you own it too. We all own it. It's the core frequency beneath all the language of everything, the vibrations. Yeah, I love love. So 7 of Cups. It's the waving cat. So the energy I'm getting from this is there's a kind of sense of confusion, emotional confusion. And that's this energy of having to strip back to the bone, finding the marrow of your own narrative. And until you do that, and that's what this period, this next couple of years will bring to you, temperance with a penis. There's something here about the wings, yes, that's kind of Aquarian age, the new air epoch. But there's also something about this that's combining the different aspects, what we call traditional masculine and feminine. Just see it all as one loving frequency, Pisces. That seems to be the story here. So I'm gonna ask, what's hidden from you, or what are you not, or what's the surprise? I don't know how to put it. What's the crazy side frequency? What's the crazy side frequency? This is so emotional. What's the side frequency? So I've got Astabastos, I've got Siete de Espadas, and Cuatro de Espadas. So this is generally saying, it's kind of like it's time to step away from the woolliness of the dream world, this notion of perpetual, gradual healing. You have to transform that. There's something about this 11 of Swords energy that's actually a 10 in disguise. And that's like this. It's like the emotions have been in disguise. Look, when we're in Earth energy, the problem with Earth energy is that it makes emotions silty. It stops us seeing emotional truths. And this is about a return to passion. A return, it's like reigniting the next 28 years of your existence. That's what this next part is. Working out what you need to keep, what you need to release, and what matters to your journey forwards. So Pisces, I like that energy. That's your key. Get out the chariot that you've been stuck in for the last 28 years. And beat the drum of the marrow of your own narrative. And know that it's love. Know that your narrative is love. Wassail, Melissa Morton. So let's pop those back and we'll begin another. Obviously we're doing Aries next, because I'm just going around in order because it confuses people. You're moving to Japan with your son. I want to go to Japan. Oh, listen, April, there's a really great book by, there's 3 of them. The Watchmaker of Filigree Street by Natasha Pulley, and then there's a second one that's the same characters, that's called The Lost Future of Pepperharrow, and then there's another one called The Bedlam Stacks, which isn't quite the same characters, but there are characters that are mentioned in the others that turn up, so it's just, they're great. You might really enjoy them, but one of the main characters in the second book is set in Japan. I loved it. I want to go. I've always wanted to go to Japan though. But you need to send me a lot more money for that. Right, so Aries at 37. It's not quite, but I'm liking nice numbers. Aries, Aries, Aries. Look, Holly's on the numbers. Thank you, Holly. The Holly and the timestamps. I'm not taking that one because I wasn't concentrating. I was singing a little tune to Holly. Born at 10:10, Wassail, Lucy, Ecstasy. Yeah, we just got started. So, Aries, come on. Saturn in Pisces for Aries. 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 Not getting anything, Aries. I think your world is over. Saturn in Pisces for Aries. It's a bit semi-sextile there. Right. Saturn in Aries. Ooh, shaman of the earth. Well, actually, you got 3 cards. The other you. Oh. And the drum of the dance. There is a real pounding. I think there's an energy of anticipation of something coming longer term. And I think that for you, it is that energy, not just of Saturn being in Pisces, but I think it's Neptune arriving in your sign on the 30th of March 2025. I feel like part of your frequency is you kind of, Aries, you need to feel the energy of these planets renewed because you're the first sign. There's some other fact that I need to tell you. Yes, it is. Actually, it's also relating to the 21st of February, Aries, 2026, when Saturn and Neptune will go into a conjunction at 0 degrees of Aries. You see, if I was really sharp and could remember everything, I would have noticed that it was telling us the date, the 21st of the 2nd, 2026. So, Shaman of the, this is your developmental energy. You need to connect. This is like the Knave. This is like the beginning of a new earth life for you, a new existence in the physical world. And it's during that period from 2023 to February the 21st, 2026, that you will meet the other you. You see, now I'm wondering whether that other you is a mirror soul here, or whether it's just the other you. You as in the renewed you, stripped back. And this drum and this drum is talking about how you need to somehow connect to this new rhythm. Well, it's for whatever planet Esther you have, really. If you only want to work in sun signs, just look at it as sun signs. If you want to look at what you have in that energy, then look in that way. I mean, I could look at this and say, it's my Saturn in Aries, because I have Saturn in Aries, and my Chiron in Aries, and I could say it's about healing my wounds and having my Saturn return by about 2026, because Saturn and Neptune will be at conjunction at 0 degrees of Aries, and that's 0 degrees of Aries is my Chiron. So it's how you want to look at it and how you feel connected to the energies. So let's get this other little deck out and see what that has to say. Yeah, so there's something about, there's some energy here about, that's okay, Esther. It's good to help have clarity, because I want you all to be able to go away from this with messages and understandings of how to help yourself. There's something here about meeting your mirror self, the other you, but also kind of breaking the mirror to free them. It's like the mirror is some kind of dimensional drum that needs to be shattered. Yeah, please tap the like button, people, because then, you know, more people, I get put in the algorithms, and instead of, you know, being ignored, you get noticed. This is, for some of you, this really is about a reunion with an old soul. Now, that doesn't mean it has to be a lover this time, but it's an old soul you've met before who is coming back. But you've almost got to, they're showing me, listen to the very hidden beat on the other side of that membrane in time. This is a big energy, Aries. But it's about a reunion with a soulmate, someone who you feel at home with. Oh, interesting that the Tower. This Tower is coming across as the shattering of the mirror, the freeing of the other. It's a massive undertaking, a massive energy. Tune in somehow to the rhythms, the vibrations, the frequencies of this old soul. I feel like they're calling to you, like with Morse code, but it's some kind of rhythm. Now, that rhythm could be a song. It could be a tune that just keeps coming back to remind you of, and it could be a new song, but somehow it will invade your energy to help direct you towards something. Now we've got the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of a sense of chance taking place. And there's something here. This feels old. She feels ancient. She feels mythical almost. I feel that there's something about her holding aloft through telekinetic energy, the energy of passion. It's really fascinating. Old flame. I mean, it doesn't mean they're going to be a flame this time. They could be, and that's beautiful. But there is something. This is a very ancient old flame who's been playing a rhythm to find you for a very, very long time. I don't think you've been... There's like an energy of having not found each other for a long time. Right, so we have the Four of Swords. Oh, this is interesting. This is exactly the energy. And we've got the waving cat again. But look, this is about how you were parted through death in some way. And this soul has just been waving and waving and waving at you through time, through dimensions, through other lives. There's something, when you find them, and it is about you finding them because they're the one giving the message, the energy. You've got to find that energy and tune into it. When you find them, they will be so familiar because there will be so much, there's something about this of recognition. And look, it's this energy. They are this seventh cup, and they need to break through the mirror. You need to break them through the mirror so that they are here with you as the Six of Cups, as a reunion of ancient souls. Aries. So I'm going to take a different deck. Yeah, there is a frequency recognition, but I think there will also be flashes, images, tunes, visuals, taste, smells. Something else will be so anciently familiar. Ooh, they're showing me a plant and I can't remember its name. Tuberose. So something really ancient. What's the unseen part? Look, it's interesting. The wait, the endless wait. I'm waiting. Do, action, Aries, action. Here is that floating passion for real. Here, now, two souls matching, one united energy. And as I say, it does not have to be sexual. It could be birthing a child. It could be meeting someone who feels like a sibling. There's something way more than just the normal frequency coming here. So, Aries, connect with your earth shaman, and your earth shaman will be a new frequency, a new energy. Listen for the ancient vibrations that are trying to reach you from the other you. This does feel like it's not you, it's another you. Almost like your first soul twin, your mirror soul, the first energy you shared an existence with, returning. As a message that comes once in a blue moon. It's a message I love. Like, where's mine? Maybe I'll get mine with my wound of Chiron. Maybe that's the wound. It's all about me. So Aries, house Aries, whatever you've got in Aries. If you've got nothing in Aries, look at what house it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cosmic womb mate. I like that. That's exactly what it feels like. So, that was Aries. Chichamarada, Chichamarada. So they've got a little celebration this afternoon that I'm going to with a friend, and it's Delhi in Lima. So it's all kind of like Indian themed food, I believe. So Taurus, oh look, 52-52-ish, it's close. 52-52, we're going to be here all day at that rate. I'm going well slow. Home, my darling, home, my darling, home, my darling Clementine. Taurus. Oh, itchy nose. It's got nothing to do with the nose ring, so don't start. Right, come on, Taurus. What you got going down? There we go. Oh, Madre Cuerva. This is Dark Moon Lilith in any other form to me. And then Árido de Nubes, the Night of Clouds. Just have a look at that as an image. It's powerful frequency. It's a spiritual journey to your soul. So, Sun in Pisces for Taurus, for House Taurus, Sun Taurus, whatever Taurus you want to bring in. Look, down here, we have the bird. This is awakening. And this is getting on with the journey to your soul. big, massive condor frequency. So I went to see the condors flying in the Colca Canyon, sorry, which is the second deepest canyon in the world after Nepal. And it was an amazing experience. And there is something of the condor frequency. Condors just glide. They don't waste energy. Oh, that's so Taurus. Don't waste energy, Taurus. Just glide into your power. I like this little deck when I'm shuffling them. Yeah, it was an amazing experience. Yeah, it was very grand. It was also cost a lot of money. I won't say how much, but I just needed to take us there, and what, for 30 seconds of footage of condors. But these experiences that I go on, thanks to all of you, help me to create new philosophical thoughts around things. The condor is a very important part of the trinity of the pre-Columbian cultures here. Snake, jaguar or puma, and condor are the three elements of their belief system. And we're in many ways in an age of condor because we're in air. Thermals. So don't forget to put thumbs up. I never say that, but I'm just going to do it from now on. Because you need reminding. Taurus. Flying on the thermals of the power of a condor. It's a lot of cards, Taurus. Greedy. Wow, I mean, it is great, Nancy's art. They are amazing creatures. Right, what do we have here? Two of Cups, but I want to say that's coming with High Priestess. We're all about the big hitting birds and a little bit of fish, because that's the Pisces. Sun in Pisces will bring, what do I want to say about this? I want to say it will bring closure. Closure to an absence. Closure to some kind of new frequency that's standing up. It's like the dark moon Lilith energy has been hidden. And dark moon Lilith is a very air frequency soul. She has wings. Four of Pentacles. There's a real Scorpion energy around this. So that's currently, where have you come from? What were you doing before this incarnation? And then we've got the Emperor and Temperance. There's something here that's talking about, there's more eagles. This is a journey into your soul, pruning the energy of your soul. I think there's something about closure on lost secrets. And there's something about this where it doesn't even feel as though you need to know the secrets. So look, what's really interesting that we have here, 2-2, 4-4, 1-4. So this is 13 at the end. This is a transformation, a creativity returning. Oh, that's really important, Taurus. Creativity. because you won't get through the energy of Saturn in Pisces if you can't find some creative outlet. And I feel that this scroll here holds your creative outlet. There's something about this too, where every time you think you're holding your emotions safe, they seem to pour out the other end, and it doesn't seem to you to matter which way you're turning yourself. You can't quite seem to hold stable emotions. And this, empty it, empty, pour away all that you don't need. Let go, don't be frightened, and then you will find the Two of Cups flows with the Temperance energy. That sense of, yeah, watering down emotions, but really just tipping them out. Tipping them out. So, the Emperor. The Emperor's got this sense of, there's something about the Emperor that's both the energy of the gardener, the pruning, the cutting back, the removing of dead wood, and that kind of notion. There's something about that energy having a kind of a sense of fearing stinging yourself in a transformation, like you're not quite sure, but there's plenty of time. This is a long-term energy. We're looking at 2.5 years ahead, this transformative energy. And we're going to be looking also at what the other big outside planets mean for each sign as they shift as well. We're just starting here with Saturn in Pisces because it's the first one to move next year. So there's something here, not just about pruning, but almost being, I want to say your own jailer, but that isn't quite true, because this knowledge was never available in Earth. This knowledge is something that's being unrolled now. And it's been a very slow journey. It's almost like I'm getting a sense of choking. I'm getting a sense of coughing a lot. I'm getting a sense of gasping for air, because somehow the tension of the Earth frequency has been so dense that there's something that's coming now that allows that kind of mutability that ordinarily you won't look at, or you couldn't look at. There's something transformative here that is a huge release for you. So let's I think I'm going to put for you Alchemy of Astrology. I am paying attention to you all. This is an energy that's hidden from you, and yet it feels very much like an energy that's entirely you. It's the mirror. 4, 4, 4 is 12 and 1 is 13, 31. It's a primal energy of love. There's something here about almost like your whole life, because we're looking at since 1996, and then, you know, 28 years before that if you're older. This is about how there's like caution within your energy where sexual playfulness has always stung. And so that's made you have a kind of a distance from balancing and tempering sexual emotions. So let's have a little. So we have Gemini, synthesis, fixation, that idea of there being a blueprint. There was, there is, there always has been a blueprint. It just hasn't been unfurled to you. And that's this notion of zeroing in, 0 degrees. Again, this restart energy for you, Taurus. It's wonderful. Moon in Libra. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at air trines. We're looking at the importance of this period for allowing you to shift your love pains. That's what this feels like. It's about a moment where, look, don't listen to anyone. Even I do it. I say to you, oh, you fixed earth. This is about being unfixed earth. This is about being free, feeling able to be empowered into your sexual truth, into your sensual beauty that has always been there but has slightly been distorted, Taurus. So float the thermals that are coming. There's a new chapter being unfurled that you couldn't even imagine. You couldn't see it, you couldn't feel it, you couldn't prune it back, you couldn't temper it, but it's coming, it's changing. Yeah, be playful. And if people don't play back, just butt them with your horns. And just say, get out of here, you're not interested enough. So that's Taurus. Sensual Taurus. Loving, kind, beautiful, powerful Taurus. So let's move on to Gemini. Gemini. So Gemini. All right, what have we got here? 68, 18. So that's 1 hour, 8 minutes and 18 seconds. See, that's a nice number. 01, 08, 18. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. We're going to get you some little shamanic overview of what does Saturn in Pisces mean for House Gemini. Remember, it's a bit of a sex style going on. So, Saturn in Pisces for Gemini. Saturn in Pisces for Gemini. My Chicha Maraga's wobbling and it's calling to me. Oh, you've got a lot, Gemini. You've got 5 cards, Gemini. Whoa, bang, boom, power. That's got this energy. It's strength. It's got this energy of you, there's 2 of you. You got to make a choice, but it's got this energy also of you're being empowered in this period. It begins now, but yours is going to matter when Gaia, Uranus, moves into Gemini 7th of July 2025, and it stays there for 6.5 years. And that's about a really big shift. So it begins now, but your period's moving up to then. Now, I don't know which to read next. We've got 2 facing up and 2 facing down, but I feel the ones facing down are the blind spots. Oh, you see, look. She's back. I could feel her in the Gemini reading when, the Taurus reading when Gemini turned up, that this dark moon Lilith, take possession of both parts of yourself, merge yourself. Look, dark moon Lilith merging with the one bear, not the 2 bears, the one bear. Merge with your true strength and the spirit of the father crocodile. Ancient energy. I rather like him. Not seen that card before. Didn't even know there was a padre crocodile. Cocodrillo. This is like this is as old as time itself somehow. This is like an old, what's the word I want to use? Like a fib. A ruse that's been played on House Gemini. And there's this huge energy of circling crows. And that's a sort of, that's the energy associated constantly with Gemini. This notion of being kind of full of too many ideas, flittering around inside your head, no ability to sustain the notion, no ability to pull it down. Both dark and light energies, polarity, being stretched apart is this energy. Ride your demons. Ride your demons is what I'm hearing. I'm going to have a little bit more chicha. When this is gone, it's all gone. I have to make some more. I went to the shop earlier for the ingredients, so I can make it tonight and put it in the fridge to chill. So riding your demons. There's something here which is Gemini. You have no strength when you see yourself as 2 energies. When you see yourself as a polarity, it's the merging of your polarity that gives you strength. Mother Bear. So the Mother Bear is about awakening as well. Mother Bear is about having been in hibernation, but I feel like you've been in hibernation since Gemini was first subscribed to as a notion. I'm being given the fact that Castor and Pollux, which are often seen as Gemini, were not actually twins. The Jupiter disguises himself to seduce Leda, who was the queen of, I forget, and because she was a swan, she gives birth to 2 eggs, because, you know, women do that a lot. I don't mean in their ovaries. She birthed 2 eggs. I don't know whether she sat on them to incubate them and birth them, but anyway, inside each egg was a boy and a girl, and yet the 2 boys are seen as Castor and Pollux, are twins, and one's mortal and one's immortal. There's something in that. There's something in that notion of separation and being forced to accept. You see, I wanted to say like a parasite. There's something to do with mortality and immortality. It's almost like your consciousness is one twin and your physical body the other. And that there's some kind of frequency here where, yes, we're all forced to live in one body as a twin, and yet there's that third energy of the biome. So let's see what comes. Wassail, Diana. So, what do you want to tell Gemini, Gemini, Gemini? It begins with the Chariot. So this is Hanuman, monkey god. It's interesting, it's coming with the star. And I feel like these kind of Wonder Woman-esque energies coming out of the Chariot is about you hold the power to your own healing. 717. 717. We've also got 88 here. Oh, and another 8. 888. It's a very transformative energy, but it's also here. Oh, look, it's like the watchmaker of Filigree Street with the clockwork octopus. I don't want to give away too much in case you decide to read the story, people. Master key. You are your own master key. You are your own solution. You are your own healing. That's the frequency that I'm getting here. So look, these are kind of slightly emerging from the nipples, but also down here, she is lactating emotional healing. There's something, release the Kraken energy, Gemini. It's like this thing's bigger than you imagine, but you have the power. This is what, you are empowered to heal yourself. You are empowered when, 28 years of your life. 28 years of your life, Siren, telling us this is the point. You are healing from 1996. You see, I'm being told to look at these two unicorny type figures, horses, ponies, twins. 2 dolphin, 2 fish behind, twins. 2 bears, twins. And this, merge, 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 merge. You have the key to your own healing. You are your own cosmic star. But you'll never be your own cosmic star when you divide yourself. Okay, I think I'm going with the runes for this one. Gemini, Gemini, what's the energy you can't imagine? It's so interesting, look. Mirrored, twinning shapes. It's like you troll yourself rather than healing yourself. You blame yourself rather than healing yourself. You are your own powerful healer. You have the master key. Octopus, always a master key. An octopus can go in and unlock anything because it can shrink in size and regrow. You have that morphability. Here, again, another image, Gatherung, bringing yourself together. Now, usually this is seen as opening, but at the moment I'm seeing as it closing down to perform a singular rune shape of being a Gununga gap, being limitless potential. And this is all done under this energy of the protection of this ancient father of crocodiles, the spirit of the crocodile father. It's really like you've waited and waited and waited for this moment. And I mean, you know, I said it before, it's Gemini through time. You've waited and waited. Wassail, mama, Gemma. You've waited and you've waited. And it's time to take possession of your power. Madre Orsa. Mother Bear. So, Gemini, it's time to heal yourself properly. Stop being twins. Be just you. So, that was Gemini. That was Gemini. And now we're going to move on to cardinal emotions. Couldn't find that deck just then. So don't forget to press thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, so that I get higher in the algorithm and I reach out to more beautiful people. So let's go to the timestamps, 82, 52. Hey, can't work that one out. I'll have to do it later. Takes too long, we'll be here forever. So what does Saturn in Pisces mean for Cancer? What does Saturn in Pisces mean for Cancer? That Chicha Murata is just staring at me saying, drink me, drink me, drink me, drink me. And I've got to save some. Oh, my goodness. Tommy Lilith. Again. Self-empowerment. Why shouldn't it be? It's a trine. I'm wobbling that screen too much. Let me take my arms off the table. Oh, that's interesting. It's landed on another deck. I'm going to use the other deck in a bit. Look, it's the other existence. So this is 1313. This is like a muse of power, self-empowerment, Cancer. I feel like there's a ghost within the system here, where this energy has been pulling through Taurus, Gemini, and now into Cancer. This has got something to do with a continuation of that story. finding a way in which to... There's something about sounding an alarm. There's something about the sonority, the sound frequencies. Well, hey, I'm going to put that in 11452. There's something about a fog clearing. There's something about singularity, but there's this ghost in the machine that needs almost to be pushed out by the sound of bells. I don't know what that means. There's some kind of... There's like a... I want to say like the energy of a Venus flytrap snapping shut in the past. I don't know what that means. Come on, help me here. There's something about an energy of, there's Janus. It's like looking both forwards and backwards. And it's not until you understand, it's got something to do with how we perceive time, how you will perceive time in this coming period, Cancer. It's like some cultures will say, move their hands backwards for the future, because if you can't see the future, it must be hiding behind you. So it's like a concept of time will transform the way in which you see yourself emotionally. And I feel that there's been, it's that energy of touching the Venus flytrap, it's slapping shut, that feels like you feel over emotionally wounded. Yep, time does fold and meet. Time is much more spherical and soupy. It's like a container of liquid time. You can take any drop out, but it's all still part of the continuous now. That was a little bit of a continuous now. Six of Pentacles are now. I think this is for you. This is Janus frequency. This is the frequency of working out how to bring yourself into a now that we talk about, that is actually the bridge balance between what has been and what will be. So there's something within this frequency, I think it's in German, that you can say, it rains tomorrow. Not it will rain tomorrow, it rains tomorrow. Meaning that you bring, it's like a futurist tense. There's something here about you needing to feel, yeah, not futurist, but how you bring your future into your now. So when people say to you, talk to the Minotaur, the bull. There's another word I want for that, Minas. Just, you know, a founding energy. They say to you to manifest something, bring it into the now. But actually, it's stating in the now with the notion of time being an unfolding energy towards us. So, it's the rude card. It's the ejaculation. And then we have the 5 of coins. What I'm seeing here is, I'm seeing the energy of things jumping at you. I feel like there's this sense of having been singed or burned. By your past, and that's affecting your future, which is why you're trying to bring everything into the now, bring the focus emotionally into the now, because there's something about the ejaculation here that is a sexual, magical now energy. You know, we don't think about past ejaculations or future ejaculations. We think about those as being something that needs to be experienced in the now. And there's something about this 5 that's saying, oh, this sirens and drums. It's a crazy place, Peru. There's something missing, is what I want to say. This is why this feels like a past that tries so hard to anticipate a future, but without ever living in the now, Cancer. So it's bringing your energy into the now. Oh, there's whistles as well. Can you hear it? Wassail, Bridget, Wassail, Sarah. Can you hear the music? I think we should go and have a quick look. Because I think it might be a now moment. Can't see them yet. Hang on a sec. I need to turn you around. I feel like they're about to come down. Oh, here they come. Ooh, nice costumes too. Oh, look, below. Oh, that was a bit of fun. So, bringing things into the now moment, people. Now. Well, Cancer. Hello. Wassail, Kirsty. So, we got a couple more. Look. That's so fascinating. So, this is all about now moments. Look, we have 7 of Pentacles and the 4. So, this energy, the 5 of Pentacles, missing some element into the now, and there's a sense of this jumping to a future that keeps stinging you because it's the wrong way of considering, how can I say this? Your past, your present, and your future have to be one frequency. But to do that, you have to release the energy of the past, because that's this frequency of being isolated, Cancer. you've got to bring... I'm drawn to the fact that here we have an 11. And 11 for me is always the energy of the earth. You've got so many earth energies. You need some kind of sexual magic. And there's so much power in sexual magic. You need to bring your past, your future, and your present into one frequency. You need to bring it so that it is basically an emotional cardinal ejaculation. It's the only way I can say it. It's what they're showing me. That's what empowers you, is bringing all of your time and space into one container of emotions so that you can explore you. I was going to use this deck because this was where the other existence... There's something about the other existence that is that Janus energy. It's a forwards and a backwards, but there's no now. You need your now. You need to trust your now. I love the fact that Peru just offers crazy diversions all the time. So all of your cards are caught inside their hidden energies, the boredom. I can hear you sort of saying, yeah, I've done that, I've tried that, it didn't work. 4-4. So we got 4-4-4. We've got a frequency of a Jupiter trap. There's a kind of energy of expansion on offer, and you're not seeing it. You keep emptying, chances keep being given for transformations and Cancer. You keep rejecting what's being offered by the cosmos. But this is a chance to move. The Fool, 0 degrees. This is a new beginning. Don't think of the past as being filled with lost opportunities. It's your now that's full of the 0 degrees potential to take you wherever you want. But you've got to, and they're showing me that on the bottom. It's all about how you, cardinal emotions, work your emotions. There's something about how you winding the emotions of and I don't want to say the word failure, but I can't think of the word that I want to use. It's like mishappenings, where things haven't always worked out in the past. And this is about being... There's a satyr frequency of kind of wanting to run, to dance in the other dimension, because the other dimension's offering you a new loving potential where all of this cardinal emotion that is your gift can shine. Beautiful. So that's you, Cancer. Moving on to Leo, moving on to Leo, moving on to Leo, moving on to Leo. So, Leo, just putting back the other cards. Leo, Let's get a timestamp for Leo. 9935. Actually, 9936 is a nicer number. 9936. And Holly will convert that to hours and minutes. Chicha, it's Chicha time. Don't want Chicha on the new shirt. That's me. So, Leo, it was 110 then. Well, 110 seconds. 100 minutes, 10 seconds. Leo, Leo, oh, Leo. Knight of Agua. I'm getting the energy of light worker. Light worker. Oh, look, another knight. And then the three of emotions. Water and fire. Water and fire. Water and fire. There's something about the water playing with the fire. This is so playful, this energy. It's very House 5. It's very much that energy. And then there's this kind of energy of a waiting game. I want to say there's something about that coffee that comes out the bottom of a creature, but that's not what it means. It's really talking about there's a natural nature has solutions. Thank you, Holly. Nature has solutions, but there's something here. It's got to do with the fact that you've got to bring fire or water to fire. You've got to put out, or you've got to quell a seriousness. The energy here is playfulness. Proper playfulness. There's something gleeful about this energy, but there's something about sitting in a group and taking it all too seriously, Leo. So almost this has got the energy here of Saturn sitting there as this really austere, harsh taskmaster, and you wanting to be teacher's pet, and there's no need. There's just something about just teacher would like to see you play because there's some kind of learning in playfulness is the energy that we're getting here. There's something here that's sort of, there's something of the false shaman. I need another shaman card on this. There's something here where you could go on a retreat, but that's not what you need to do. You just need to play. It's like all work and no play. You've lost you've lost your awe, and your awe must be coming back. So can we have something on this shaman that you're showing me is not real somehow? Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just you're listening to the words of another that's actually not bringing you into your own energy, and then it comes here again. We've got 3-3. You don't need this grouping. You don't need this retreat, Leo, because it's almost like it pushes your nightmares to become stronger. You need your own time. You need to line up. You need to water your passions. You need to temperance. You need to temper that frequency. That there's something about others that's making you a little bit raged. And that's the test that you're getting from this. It is a difficult energy. You're kind of like in a quincunx. It's that difficult frequency. But the truth of it is that the ease of it is just to be you. To open your eyes with childlike awe. And I'm not talking of your inner child. I'm talking of you being a grown-up adult having fun. And there's something about, Leo, being on retreats or trusting in some kind of spiritual master that just is not delivering it for you. It's not what will come in this energy. It's about self-fulfillment. So look, you have El Mundo, perfection. You, tiger, lion, you are perfect. But somehow this, another is distorting your perfection. And that's what you need to break free from. Find you, find your perfection. It's so interesting because usually you have different creatures, and here it's just tigers and tigers. It's big cats talking to big cats in an energy of absolute perfection. You are enough. You are enough, Leo. And then you have the 9 of coins, sovereignty. You are your own sovereign. You are sovereign of your own heart. The lovely blackberries look gorgeous on this. I want to say, know how succulent you are. Know how full of amazing nutrients you are and you have to offer. And then we have the Knight of Coins. So you've now got 3 Knights, Knight of Pentacles. This is unicorn frequencies about spiritual purification. I'm not even giving it to you. That's the cracked coffee beans that people like to say, is it the Sever? That eats coffee beans, poos them back out, and then people make coffee with it. That, to me, it's a bit of an Emperor's New Clothes energy. And I think that's where people keep trying to push you, and yet your cards are saying you are enough. You are succulent perfection. You are purified spiritually when you listen to your own truths. Interesting. Is there anyone here still? Hello people, hello Joyce. Wassail, Joyce. Aurora. I like Aurora. Arr. That was a big pile tried to leap out. Let's just go with the ones we have. Okay, so compose, rewrite yourself. This is the energy of to create, to draft, to grow, to expand. And expand from this opposition, this energy of tension, this need to take account of you as opposed to the thoughts of others. And then bring yourself into sextile. Bring yourself back to yourself. Bring yourself, it's this playfulness. Leo, release the joy. Look, I do kind of want to say there's something about remembering the joy. Finding a moment of joy in childhood, sensing like a helter-skelter moment or a sliding moment or a diving in the water moment. There's something that you've forgotten that brings you an awe-struck joy. There's something about being over serious spiritually. Playfulness is the key to your spiritual expansion. Playfulness. So, Leo. Play. Play. Leo play, Leo play, Leo play, Leo play, Leo play, Leo play. We're moving on to Virgo. So Virgo, sign in Pisces is kind of like an opposition. Also, the nodes will get there. 2026? Can't remember. No, 2025 maybe. I can't remember. But the nodes will move through Aries and Libra. And then you will be the south node. Oh, hang on. I didn't put timestamp. 11313. Virgo. Virgo. I hope I don't run out of time on here. Yeah, I don't mean time, I mean energy. I can't plug it in. It's all the way over there and the lead's too short. Oh yeah, sure. I don't know if I can do it on here though. Yes, there you go, Kirsty. So, I'm not going to take them. I'm not even going to look. I was too busy thinking, let's give them a rifle. We're on Virgo. Thank you, Holly. I know, I've been on too long. That's the trouble, Holly. But she's there again on the split. Dark Moon Lilith is clearly a very important aspect in the next few years. It's probably just about us all being self-empowered. Now you're doing maths. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Janelle. Wassail, Janelle. So we're looking at Sun in Pisces for Virgo. Getting hungry as well. Saturn in Pisces for Virgo. Got one over there. Saturn in Pisces for Virgo. Got two now. This has been coming up a lot as well. This is about, it's a very similar energy. Coming into power. Mensaje de los espíritus. So this is, I feel like this is climbing up. It's like coming back to the garden that you've been shut out from. There's a little bit of anger here. Little bit of anger here. I feel like we need some more on that. It's not enough. So what am I getting? I'm getting a mutatable earth, but I'm getting this sense of moving out of the fire into the freezer. Virgo. Virgo. Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to bring that sacred raging because that's why we didn't do Mars. Because Mars is in Gemini way too long, 7 months. I think it moves out on something like the 30th of March. Ah, okay. Oh, there's a couple here. Oh, Virgo! Hot Hades territory. So, this, Wassail reading with Mama. Yeah, Mars and Gemini, I can't go there. Right, you got to climb out of a hole, first of all, Virgo. So, everything about these energies is transformational, but there's something in this frequency where it's so interesting. There's two energies coming through. One which is you got to climb out of a hole of your own making, but it's only of your own making because during Earth energy, your power was too much, and it meant you kind of dug a bigger hole for yourself, and that's transforming. There's also an energy of fending off angry partners. It's got two frequencies. It's like there's something where Virgo just kind of went, I didn't want to date you no more. Piss off. And that's enraged another. But on the other side, look, we've got all of the crap, all of the junk, everything in your life has been a kind of preparation to enthrone yourself in this kind of loving energy. There's something cheeky about it. And there's something here about astral travel. So it's like climb out, well, two things. Ditching the shite relationship to enthrone yourself in a better one. But I think the stronger energy that's coming through here is a need to climb out of a self-imposed spiritual hole that of your own making, self-imposed. Bye, Holly. And then to connect with some kind of transformational, there's a kind of meditative dream frequency in the astral. I want to say tidying up your astral, but I don't want to always do that kind of give Virgo a broom and they're a happy shroom. But there is something about that. There is something here about tidying up the astral and guarding your astral territory from the rages of others. It's a lot of confusing three-dimensional stuff going on there, Virgo. Let's see if we get better clarification here. Astral travel, astral realm. There's a lot of fire, a lot of fire. There's something invisible as well. There's an energy of not being seen. So we begin with the King of Pentacles. There's an energy here of transforming something and then not seeing the results. That's the invisible part. It's time to see the results of your mutable earth energy. And then, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? We got the Eight of Cups. This is, again, got the energy frequency of weaving astral magic. Keys to astral magic. Being given the keys back to the astral realm. I remember maybe a year ago, you were about, it was a year ago, it was something to do with the eclipse or something that was coming up in November, where you had to open the earth. I think it's now time to lock it back down. And I think there's something here, Virgo, about you can't please everybody. Some people will never take advantage of the opportunities, the mystical stuff that you can bring. And then we got the King of Wands. So we're going from the Earth King, like the earth being broken open and all this light and energy and magic that's an earth-based astral frequency pathway, guiding frequency to take people to something, to bring them to this kind of, working with spirit. But it's almost like you are the conduit through which this energy becomes this energy. So when you allow passion back to the earth, but there's something here about, there's a desire within you to wait for others and their pain, and you can't do that. That's their pain. You're not their healer. You're also, they're saying you're not their jailer, but you have to lock the door. You have to stop the astral earth frequency that you opened. You have to close it back down now. This is what this is. You've had time. I've given you time. You raged, not you, they raged. It's now time to close the energy of the earth so that the earth itself can heal by having a greater sense of the element of fire pushing through the earth. I'm seeing so much webbing of magical weavings. It's almost like you've been the norms. You've been weaving fates for others. And you've kept open an energy. You've held that frequency open. And now it's time to lock the door on it. Because stability needs to return. When you've opened that mutable portal, it can't be sustained. And all those that have found their way through with your guidance were meant to. And the others, they will have other opportunities later. It's time to close the door. Shut it down. So, let's go with this deck. I feel so bad. I really want to get, even if it shuts down before, I really want to make sure we've got to Scorpio, Sagittarius and Capricorn, because they're still waiting for their temple readings. Because when I went to the Nazca lines and hoped to do their reading there, you couldn't sit anywhere on the Nazca plains or the desert because it's all pivoted. You can only fly over it for 20 minutes, polluting the air. So come on then, what's Capricorn? Virgo! Locking the door on. Locking the door on the devil. No, what's it locking the door on? It's locking the door on those that just don't want to be enlightened, that don't want to move on emotionally, that don't want to feel this energy. They'd rather feel this broken emotional energy. Lock the door on them, shut the door, throw away the key, Virgo. It's interesting, you are enthroned in emotions, and yet locked cup. Lock that cup, close it down, put the lid back on the portal that you opened. It's time for Virgo to have a holiday. I'm not taking those ones, but I'm taking these because we've got, look, there's some kind of venerated energy that you've been held in. And then another queen. So you've had that king to king frequency. And now you've got this, it's like you hold the key to the healing of the earth's emotions. You're moving the earth. You've opened a portal, all the emotions have been there. The chance to heal. This energy of the lovers, working with spirits. Cleaning out the astral earth energy. I don't know what quite that means. The astral to me is a dream state that we go on, but this is an earthly dream state. A meditative state maybe, but you are the 1313. You are the energy. You are the frequency that holds, you've held a journey space open. So I want to kind of just know, what's your reward? She must get a reward for that. What's your reward? It's interesting. It's the power. This is a really powerful frequency. A victory, And you're kind of rewarded with Espíritu Madre Serpiente. The spirit of the earth snake will always remain around you. That's the skirt of Gaia. And that's the energy. Oh, in that reading you opened Leo had, it was a year or so ago in Mexico. Leo was the cosmic energy and you held open the earth energy for the two snakes to meet. And that's this energy. Your reward is that you will always have the beneficence of the earth working with you. The earth snake will always be there to reach out to your consciousness. It's like being given a chance to pull stories from within the rocks of the earth, Virgo. So really, thanks for doing that for a year. Conscious or not, you were there, helping everyone else. Do pass go and do collect $200. So Libra, Libra, 131441. I don't know what that is, Kirsty, in maths. We can work it out later. So Libra, Libra. So Sun in Pisces, what does it mean for Libra? Saturn in Pisces, what does it mean for Libra? I don't know that I want those. I want to rifle them. I wanted to shuffle and rifle them. I'm not taking them. Let's rifle. I feel like the sun's trying to come out here. Doesn't pop out very often in the winter time here. Well, we're in spring, but it doesn't. Way, well done. So, I'm not taking those either. I am going to separate them. Going to rifle again, and then I'm going to go. Sun in Pisces, what does it mean for Libra? Yeah, it feels like the sun's trying to break out, because it's always the belly of the donkey here in the winter, just a grey sky. Which is annoying, because it's there at night, and I can't. Last night I did, as I was walking back, I could see the moon and Jupiter together. I'm not taking notes because I'm still talking. Focus! Before it runs out. So, Sun in Pisces, what does it mean for Libra? Saturn in Pisces, what does it mean for Libra? Saturn in Pisces, what does it mean for Libra? Sun in Pisces, what does it mean for Libra? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, this is love, harmoniousness, and this is the collector of spirits, souls. This is being in search. What does it mean for Libra? It means searching for love, I guess. Tiffany, you can watch whatever you want. You can look for where your significant planets are, whether you have a grouping of planets in a particular sign or house, and watch that. These readings are not for like next week. They're for a period of time over a couple of years. Frequencies that are really important in transforming the whole of the way we think, because all of the big generational planets will be shifting into 0 degrees and resetting the world around us. searching, I said searching for love, but it isn't just that. It's searching for, it's like searching for a soul tribe. But it could also be searching for love. But there's something about the frequency that's got more than one. Yes, the search for the ideal soul mate, yes. Mirror soul, that kind of energy. But there's also an energy here of Isis and Osiris, sort of lost love, searching a spirit cloud for something lovingly lost, or lost that was loving. We need these to take it further. Because the collector of souls is like hermit energy, and this is love. It's like there's a sense of dissatisfaction, Libra, at your lot, and that needs changing. What are you all talking about? Yeah, don't worry about applying it all, Tiff. Just apply the bits that you remember. The moon. Like this moon is this energy. It's something that you can't find at the moment. You can't seem to find that transformative soul to wolves, to fish. There's something about the lobster being like the hermit, but there's also too swift. There's the transformation of emotions. This is energy transforming of emotions. But there's something about releasing. It's like, you know when people tell you a story about your uncle and aunt and how much they were in love? There's something about ancestors giving false narratives on affection. So, 5 of Pentacles, being cut outside, Chariot, 7, Hanuman. This is the pleasure of the search, the joy of the hunt, a renewed vigor. I can't help thinking that this is, there's something in this energy for some, not all, where death has made you alone, like a partner or someone you love deeply. Their loss has made a hole in your heart, is the energy that I'm getting here. And that's made you withdraw, and it's time now to journey back into the realms of, I don't know what I want to say. I'm hoping this card's going to help me. There's something about this energy that's dichotomous. It doesn't fit together properly, while at the same time it is the most natural glove on a hand. So we have the 9 of Swords. So Libra, you're about partnerships. You're about the energy of others. being important to you, and yet this lacking of that frequency is giving you a terrible anxiety, a withdrawnness. I kind of want to, they're showing me like the idea of a blowfish, something that can be eaten and enjoyed, and yet prepared wrongly can kill you. Saying you're going to die. I just mean that somehow loss has poisoned life. And that has to change. Again, we're getting this merging, this promise of unified souls in this temperance energy. There's something, there's something crazed, but there's also something, because the crazedness is self-imposed thought patterning, it's making you shy around others. So what does Libra need to do? Let's go to this deck. There's something blousy about, it's kind of like the best way to protect yourself, Libra, has been to kind of be too much, to push people back, because you feel wounded. This is a really, there's a questioning of spirit energy here. And there's an energy of anxious screaming too. It's not a great place. What does Libra need to do? What's coming for Libra from that? Right, healing from grief. Healing from grief, letting go, healing it. Healing the frequency, transforming the frequency. And Ogie is this idea of awakening from a long slumber. It's swords, where you have to edit. And we're in air energy, you're cardinal air. What else for Libra? Come on. Ooh. It's getting greedy now, Libra. This is a tower that recharges. This is not, for me, like a normal tower energy. This is when something big enters your life and fires you up and excites you. Again, grief. Letting go of the grief. Unblocking the grief. And stepping into your truth. 13, again. I feel it's time to calm your anxieties. It's time to unblock your heart of grief. You have to let go of this energy. So, is this energy the loss of a loved one? Or is this energy the joy of being with a loved one? Somehow you've got to transform your understanding of loss and companionship. Libra, move on from any sadness, any grief. Understand that your power, your strength is partnership, being with another. And don't be anxiously shy and don't be brash. Be sincere. That's what's coming for you. Sincerity. So we're going to move on to Scorpio. Sun in Pisces for Scorpio. It's a trine. It's another water sign. Let's see what comes. Are you ready, Kirsty, for another little bit of maths? So, Scorpio is beginning at 14540. 14540. Is that like 2 hours, 25 minutes and 40 seconds? Sometimes I can do it quickly, most of the time I can't. But I don't know. So, let's see what Scorpio, Scorpio, whoa, 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 whoa. Bye, Lucy, was a pleasure. I just hope my thing doesn't run out. I'm not taking them. Was talking to Lucy. Focus. Hey, there's Kirsty with the numbers. Timestamps. So, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Sun in Pisces to Scorpio, please. Sun in Pisces to Scorpio, please. Saturn in Pisces to Scorpio. It's got nothing. It's got nothing. Alright, well that's that one done. Sagittarius. Saturn in Pisces for Scorpio. Don't know why we're not getting anything. Two cards. So we've got Knight of Water. Every time I see that one, I get Light Worker, and then it doesn't turn up in the rest of the reading. But there is a Light Worker energy there. Prepare for a transformation. Oh, I can't do that. Sorry. Someone calling me for a reading. Every time they call, I'm always in the middle of something else. So, prepare yourself for an emotional transformation. It could be a healer transformation. It could be something that you never expected. I need a little bit more Scorpio. Something about I don't want to look at that yet. There's something about being zen on everyone else's rubbish. I mean rubbish emotions. Scorpio, there's a sense of being bored with everyone else's shit. I feel like people will start to come to you for some kind of assistance. And there's some part of you which is just like, yeah, I'm busy. And that's not to be mean. I think that we'll discover a growing energy here, but I feel like you kind of want to say to people, Scorpio, you know, like, you're taking the piss, you know? You've spent years with your big eye on me, telling me what I do is wrong, and now all of a sudden you want to come to me because you think I'm going to give you some kind of healing. I don't know whether you're going to give them healing. It's sexual healing. More. You're going to become The focus of conversation, Pisces, it's like that story we tell, which is you enjoy sex and it doesn't bother you that other people don't. You're just like, that's their problem. And there's something here where more and more people, like being a sex therapist or a sex healer, I don't mean that you have to set that up as work, but I think you're going to find a transformation, and I feel at first you're not going to respond well to this because you've tried this energy before and you've been ignored. Let's find a bit more, Scorpio, the sex therapist. Scorpio's rising, Brahmana's getting low, according to our sources. Scorpio's a place to go. Oh yes. 2 and 3. So you've got the High Priestess and you've got the 3 of Cups. It feels very much, Scorpio, like you are the sacred sex therapist. We will say no more about the B and the J. They've got to stop doing this to me. And there's something here about being the big cup among the egg cups. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, you know, it's the same energy. It's like couple therapy, but you're supposed to be the therapist. And it's the same here. You're the big cup. These are the leg cups. Because you've got the experience. You've been there before. That was a poor joke. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's something... There's an annoyance. You're annoyed with them. You're like, I've been telling you for years, now all of a sudden you want to come to me. That's the energy I'm getting. Being frustrated by others' questions. It's not like it's sort of, you know, there is a growth. I'm sure there's a growth for you in this. Seriously, I just want to hold up these cards. You've got the Tower, the Hanged Man, and the Devil. I mean, this is really big energy. But you know, you broke down your own walls, and you everyone else has just hung around or even hung you for your feelings. That you are that kind of crazed sexual devil. And that's the truth of it. That's the fifth major arcana card. This is the energy of perfection. This is the energy of a completion. It's almost like, you know, like it's like you don't really want to watch that film again. You've moved on, and all of a sudden people are like, "Oh, Scorpio, can you tell me? Can you help me with that?" And you're just like, la, 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 la. There is a sense of not wanting to listen. I don't know whether it's something you really need to move into, but it's almost like there's an energy here of like, oh, so now you're all finally catching up with me. Alright. Not interested. You don't have to be interested, Scorpio. You really don't. But what I don't understand here is how that's serving you as a moment. I think it's a moment of, it's this energy. It's you realizing, as everyone else sort of catches up, that you always knew something that they didn't. And it's about that somehow empowers you. It gives you some kind of strength to know that you were always right and the world's catching up. Ooh, they missed. So what else can you tell, Scorpio? Oh, so interesting. The Tower flipped over again. Sixteen. Okay, so it's about sovereignty, your own. I feel like it's being comfortable in your own sexual sovereignty without all this kind of stop what you're doing, Scorpio, you dirty things. It's about just being you for being you, not being watched, not being criticized. This, you are the sexual light worker. That's this energy, and it's the now. It's bringing it into the now. You've been trying to bring it into the now forever, and it's been giving all those old prudish people terrible fear. And it's just, there is this real sense of it just being very normal to you. And something that you're tired of trying to share. That's the energy I get. But that's empowering, because it takes away a sense of the other signs kind of poking a finger at you for your sexual depravity, which isn't really. It's actually sensual exploration of another for loving growth, you know? So, Scorpio, go have fun and tell them all to bugger off. They'll learn, Scorpio. So, that was a story I didn't imagine. Buffering, Patrice, I'm sorry. Sagittarius, 15838. Show, Sagittarius. I'm now a little bit chicha. I need to keep an eye on the time. It's got to go out soon. So, come on, we've got 3 to do before the energy runs out. Pisces. Sun in Pisces. Hang on. Didn't get my head straight. Saturn in Pisces for Sagittarius. Saturn in Pisces or Sagittarius. I'm not doing that one or that one, because they didn't come out with any confidence. They just kind of more sirens. I wish the tsunami siren would go off for you to hear. Oh, sorry. Ray, Kirsty's got the numbers. Perhaps you didn't want to hear about the sex. So it buffered. It went very quiet with everyone here when I was talking about Scorpio and their sex drives. Well, we've got one for Sagittarius. Sagittarius! That card keeps coming out. Oh, we've got two actually, and then a third. So it begins with, Casa de Espíritus. We're lost in spirits. Feel so alive. I quit my 9 to 5. Old ancestors trapped. Sagittarius trapped in old ancestral energies. My mother's coming through. From the other side. Okay. Sagittarius. There feels like there's a real heavy fog of ancestral energies, and that needs clarity. It's like being caught in a swirling whirlwind of ancestral stories, and it's almost draining your, not your life force, but it's taking the color out of your true life force. And there's something about coming back into the power of you. I don't understand here whether this shaman is cutting the ties for you, working with you, transforming you, or whether they're part of an ancient story that needs to be removed. Can we have another clue? If you're here, Mom, make it clear for Sagittarius. I mean, I'm not reading them all, but again, we've got that hermit energy, that seeker of the souls. I feel like, Sagittarius, I'm feeling like your very frequency is acting as a magnet that's causing you to draw souls towards you, and they're stuck in your auric field. That's weird. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm getting. You've got to push them out somehow. How do you smudge a soul from your own soul? I'm not taking those. I need to rifle them. I need you to knock Scorpio's sexuality out. It was the ejaculating penis again. So, what's the message for Sagittarius? How do you smudge the souls off? This Four of Coins is coming out as like you can't let them go. They're not just magnetized to you, you bloody love it. And yet, there's an anxiety. It's this, that's the key. How do you let them go? Who will you be without them? If you let them all go, if you release, if you cleanse, if you use a smudge of love, a vision of clarity, of clearing your whole auric field of all of these other, some are ancestral, some are just there. I don't want to say they're feeding off you, but they're swimming in your auric field. They're having a field day. They love to be with you. And yet, you would feel anxious without them, and yet they're not meant to be there. Sagittarius. And there's this energy. Let them go. Let them go. I mean, I said that they were draining you in some way. They're draining your life force. They're not. Your life force is good. Your life force is power. Your life force has got all of that fire power within it. That wonderful, mutable energy. But there's more. If you didn't have them swimming around in you, your fires would be so much more powerful and bright. Sagittarius. Oh, that's a beautiful image. Be more Leo. This is strength. I've not seen this one in this deck before. Look, the ghosts. Stepping on them, pounding them down, breaking them back, raging, burning them back. So, here's the thing. I want to say it's not a smudging exercise. This is not a smudging exercise. This is a scrubbing exercise. This is taking salt, crystal salt, and putting oils into the salt, scented oils, Palo Santo. Well, you choose sage. You choose the ones that you want to use that most appeal. It's interesting because I keep trying, because I'm in Peru, thinking I'll buy some Palo Santo soap, but no one makes it. They sell Palo Santo and Palo Santo oil, but no one makes it as a soap. But this is something to do with scrubbing. So salt will act as the earth, and then the water is the purifier. The warmth of the water is your fires. And then the air is your thoughts editing away your aura. There's something to do with you need to wash free soul ablution, but you're abluting all these souls that are just having a field day in your auric field. And they're not a problem, but when Saturn gets into Pisces, you can start releasing them. You can start now. And it's not like you can look at them and blame them for anything, but they're not leeching, and they're just there. It's like you're an aquarium and there's a load of fish just swinging around your aura, and it's just a little bit weighty and needs to be shifted. Four of Wands. You see, I'm drawn here to the four powerful wands. This energy here of the owl is coming across very Minerva-like. And Minerva is she's a very powerful warrior frequency, but she's defensive, not aggressive. So it's about recognizing the need to cleanse, the need to remove, and taking wise action. These are both cards of action, but you action it with love. It has to be that energy. Again, fire. Cleanse, remove them, but send them off lovingly for the company that they have offered you. You know, there is a real sense that they've been a benefit to you. So don't see this as some kind of weird demonic darkness. There's been a purpose to them being there. I'm going to start shuffling them again because I think there's a card that is already up the wrong way. That's weird. Could have sworn. Yeah. Sulfur. It's just that's got that energy of kind of like cardinal smudging. Right, so look, let's do this. What? Oh, not 26 cards. What can Sagittarius think about here? It's like having head lice, but you've kind of left them there and they've become good friends. I had head lice twice when I was a child, and it's this is a little bit like that energy actually. They always say to you, oh, as a comfort, you know, head lice, they like really clean, gorgeous hair, and you go, oh, lucky me with my lice. And that's just, they might do, but it's just an excuse. It's the same as when a bird shits on you and they say, ooh, shit for luck, and you go, no, that's just to cheer me up. I've got bird shit on me. Yes, Null Island, that's exactly right. It is that kind of energy as something that needs releasing. And it might be a Null Island that comes in the eclipses next year. Who knows? But these are familiars almost. And they need to be unfamiliar. Sagittarius. Come on. Come on. Oh, look, we've got one. Ooh, Juno merging. They have merged. They merged with you. They've got like an unbreakable loyalty to you. There's a kind of, they feel like a lasting union, but they've got to go. They've got to go because they're not part of the new energy you're moving into, Sagittarius. If I said they were like spirit cockroaches, would that help encourage you to get rid of them? Or spiritual scabies, something like that. So, come on. That was like floating away. Right, so it's Moon in Aries. It's asserting your independence. All this, you know, these really are like, it's like an army of spirit ants in your auric field swimming around. Maybe they're nymphs and they need to be transformed into dragonflies to fly away. But you need to assert your independence. You see, there's something about them, they're not leeching, but I think they might be giving you vision or headachy kind of frequencies. compose your emotions, the water, draft, relocate them, nurture them, but remove them, is what I'm getting. It's time to hook the buggers out and let them be free. I don't know what they are. They're not. They have got an ancestor frequency in some ways, but they're not big or weighty enough. They are more like having a load of fruit flies caught in your aura, but there's some kind of spiritual bugs that are just caught and need removing. We've probably all got them. And that's why you should look at all the signs. Because every sign is a different house for you. So yeah, debug the spirit muck clinging to you. Now, Capricorn, 17626, 17626. That's nearly 3 hours. Yeah, I do think that happens. I don't like to give people the scares though about spirit attachments that people can have, but sometimes we do. I ain't got nothing attached to me. I'm an orphan. Capricorn. So, Sun in Pisces. Capricorn. Thank you, Kirsty. Kirsty, when it's ended, will you post it and then I can pin it? The timestamps. Capricorn, you've got implication. And what is something about what is the power, what is the implication of aether applied to your frequency? What, Capricorn, if you just decided to bask in an energy and burn everything off, make yourself sooty, cover yourself in a dark, dirty patina to polish yourself up. What are you working with? Fire. There's something like you're kind of going, you what? There's something where you're not a fear of fire. It's like, it's interesting. Often we get the energy of you never connected with your goat's tail, your fish tail of the mergoat. But this is about you not playing with your fire frequencies. You need to look at your fire signs and see what's in your fire signs and see what aspects your fire signs have in relation to your sun sign. Remember, the sun is fire. The sun is that energy. But you need to have a good look at your frequencies of air, what's in house Aries, what's in house Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Leo. What is the implication, Capricorn, of just going with your fires, your passions? Oh, you see, and look, it's Madre Tierra, it's the Empress, it's cardinal earth energy, it's Taurian birthing, it's fecundity. You will become, what do I want to say, unblocked. Those blockages within your emotions and within your passions that pragmatism, that cold pragmatism, that desire, oh my God, I've got chicha all down my trousers. I just washed them. Yeah, working with fire to scorch earth yourself almost. I want to say there's an energy here of very much Leo, fixed fire, and Aries. It's not so much Sagittarius. It's not the mutability. It's literally like you're a creme brulee and you need to burn the sugar on the top to release the Madre Tierra, the mother of the earth within you. Oh, wobbly. Capricorn. Remember, this is like a 2-year zone. Wassail, Paris. We got 2 at the moment. 10 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. These are earth energies. You got too much of it. Your cardinal earth energy is tipping your balance. This is 13 though. It's an inspired energy to remove. There's something about coming back to, I don't want to say apprenticeship frequency, but there's something turning notions on their head. There's a comedy tragedy sense within this card. There's a kind of bipolarization. There's a kind of I don't know how to put it in words sometimes. You can switch from one thing to the other too readily. You can turn yourself on your head. You need to become more stable. There's something about your cardinal earth that's just been too earthy. There's so much earth energy here. Fire, burn it. It's so weird to have fire as your story. I often see water, but not fire. What have we got here? Fire. We've got fire. And this is the 3 love, this energy of love, and the king of fire. There's something about the king of fire. There's something about fire that feels frightening to you. And yet the fire is what will create passions, loving frequencies that in many ways you're kind of spitting at the screen at the moment. You're being introduced here by Saturn in Pisces to a whole series of it's like being given a great big hug by everybody and you don't really want to be touched. This is territory you don't want to look at, and yet it's so beneficial to you. I'm just getting a real strong sense of the sun, Inti. Powerful lighting, life force. your walls are going to be brought down by fire. It's like suddenly having a renewed passion for all kinds of things. It could be a project, it could be creativity, it could be love, it could be work, it could be something, but it's like being it's like being heated up from having been feeling so cold for so long. Oh, your Mars is in Capricorn. Yeah, this is about thawing, being thawed. What's the other word I'm seeing in my head there? Oh God, hoarfrost. That might mean something to somebody. But the hoarfrost all over the ground has to go. What else? Janus. But Janus not looking in either direction now, but Janus square on facing the reality of just who Capricorn is. And that is your sacred moment. It's your chance to be something new. Oh, happy birthday, Paris, happy birthday. So, where are we going, Capricorn? We're going here, Alchemy of Astrology. This is, I'm feeling apprehension, I'm feeling annoyance, I'm feeling fury at an inevitable transformation for you. You know, you've had Pluto sitting there in your sign for so long now, and you've gotten used to it, and it's being taken away from you, so that you can change. Aqua Vita, the water of life, quintessence, adding a new energy to you. That idea of a false pathway. You've been in a spiritual cul-de-sac, Capricorn, because that was the power. That was Pluto amplifying things. It's going to change. I know we're doing Saturn, but you've had that energy. You had the Saturn and Pluto conjunction in January 2020 as well, in your sign. The most inevitable transformation, facing the now, not hiding anymore, burning back. I'm on them because they didn't jump. There's Moon in Pisces and something else. Monas Hieroglyphicus. Sacred wisdom, arcana, the unity of the cosmos, science as magic. This is a new unity creation within you. It's a transformation. Your walls are coming down. Oh, there's too many cards, but Neptune has come. And Neptune rules Pisces. There's some kind of energy of I'm getting that frequency of cobalt, the mineral cobalt. There's a luster that needs to be brought back to Capricorn. I am always saying you're a really misunderstood sign, but you've always quite liked that. Final Capricorn. It's just dropping endless half the deck. So this is going to be a long moment of empowerment. You've got Neptune with Aries. Neptune will move into Aries on the 30th of March 2025. This is a long journey for you, and it's about empowerment. Dark Moon Lilith coming in another form here. Returning to yourself, you being your own prodigal child. An unrecognized sovereignty even to you, Capricorn. Apply the fires, be reborn, and let new emotions flow through you. So, one to go, last bit of maths, Kirsty. Whew, this was a little bit of a mammoth journey. So, where's my pen gone? Aquarius 19111. I'm sure that's 3 hours 11:11. Last bit of chicha, get it down my trousers. Oh my god, I put my washing on before this. It should really be out on the line drying. I won't have anything to wear. Now that's the chicha down my front. So, thank you, Sandra. This is the dawning. So, Pisces, Sun in Pisces for Aquarius. Sun in Pisces for Aquarius. Sun in Pisces for Aquarius. I think we've gone back to where we started. The Chariot in Pieces, which is interesting because Saturn's moving from there. So maybe the Chariot has been disassembled in Aquarius. And then Hanged Man, being caught in suspension, an initiation. This was what initiates the transformation, the moving from house 11 of expanding energy to house 12 when we seek to untangle everything. And then we have card 4 of cups. It's the 4 of stones, healing stones, and it's Humos Sagrados. I'm guessing that's some kind of like sacred breath. That's what I'm seeing from it. This is like part of this initiation. It begins, everything begins somehow in Aquarius. Because Aquarius has this controlling power of being the first of the air mutation frequencies. They're saying the great unloosening, but also the like the tightening back up, but in the right order. So Aquarius, new world begins in Aquarius. 6 of Cups, beautiful energy, connecting with old souls, reaching out. I want to say the dawn. There's 2 cockerels. There's something about this energy, this newness. Yeah, it's house 11, but it's also the dominant house for an age of Aquarius. We're moving through something sacred in this sign. Yeah, I quite like to do a rooster. There's some other animals I can do, but I'm not going to do them all now. I can do a good chimpanzee as well, because I'm born in the year of the monkey. But I'm not going to do that, it's very bad. 8 of batons. The energy here is very much Aquarius versus Pisces. This is a transformative energy. You were it once, I'm it now. That's this frequency. It's my turn. It's Aquarius's turn to be the world, to be the energy of the place in which we live, to be the embellishments. There's a real sense of sacredness. There's a real sense of cosmic power. There's a sense of having had to wait for this moment. And now that this moment is here, this is home. This Aquarius, House Aquarius energy is home. That's so funny. This card turned over and while I was talking to you, I just turned it back and put it in the deck because I wasn't concentrating. It's come back out again. The 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is always about how no one wins a war. And that's very much this energy. No one wins this war. It's just like a baton race. It's changing the guards at Buckingham Palace. It's a transformation. It's just something that has to happen. And yeah, there's a ceremony to it. There's always a ceremony to anything that's a cosmic shift. But it's not us that carry out those sacred ceremonies as such. It's spirits. It's cosmic beings from other dimensions that maintain the pathways, the portals, the corridors. That's what's being done here. But there's something locked emotionally still. What? Okay. What is being locked emotionally? What is being locked emotionally? It's like it's invisible. We've had that before as well. What is being locked emotionally? Oh, that's really powerful energy. So we've got the Empress. What's being locked? The fecundity, that energy to unblock. This is Minerva. This is defensive warring energy. She's holding back. She's watching, but she's not making a move. And then we have the Star. And what I'm trying to show you here is the amount of feminine energy that's coming through. The Queen of Wands and Kali Ma as La Muerte. Just look at that as a frequency. It's yet to emerge. It's so much, it's like a steamroller of consciousness transformation that's just being held back, and it's getting ready to just keep coming forwards at some point and it's just going to block everything. Push, remove. It's an obstacle breaker. Nothing can stand in the way of House Aquarius. When, even though Saturn's about to move, it means that Saturn has injected, has created, has supplied the frequency for transformation, having waited so long by transiting through the entirety. And it's almost like a gong was hit when Saturn hit 0 degrees of Aquarius, and it's pushed all the way through with the resonant gong ringing and ringing and ringing. And even when Saturn moves into Pisces and strikes a new bell, that old resonance has had so much frequency that that steamroller pushing is just going to keep moving. So, I feel like runes to end here because it feels like it needs big energies. What would you like to say? It's a mending time, needle. But this needle is personal frequency. Mending ourselves individually in whatever you have in House Aquarius, that's what you need to mend here. And it's coming with Livre. You know, the frequency of benevolent that's almost like Livre frequency. It's an energy of pure, loving consciousness, just vibrating, growing, getting bigger and bigger all the way through as we move into this. And it has oak, the support of the elven light will mature and ripen everything. Everything will ripen and mature and transform as we move through this Saturn in Pisces. So, there we have it. Oh, look, on the bottom, bliss and comfort. Oh, which is the lovely mirror. It's a turnaround. It's a turnaround from P for Pisces to Q for something queer coming in. Anyway, it's beautiful frequency. It's good stuff that's coming towards us. And that, my friends, has left me hungry, thirsty. I don't want to eat too much though, because we're going out to this Deli in Lima luncheon thing soon. So thank you all so much for coming by. Don't forget to press thumbs up. Oh, 71. That's quite good going. Might actually get some additional attention on some other people's feeds. And if you can afford to send donations, do. I'm very, very grateful to all that have the chance. So thank you, Kizzy, for the timestamps. So have a beautiful time, everybody. I got my shirt with me on. So have a lovely day or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And I'm going to go and try and wash the chicha off my trousers because I think I'm going to have to wear them this evening. Okay, beautiful people, wassail, wassail. Much love, everyone.